think we're live.
Is it bad that I keep forgetting our name? I
So,
typed just after hours in.
so welcome everyone who watches this retroactively or watches this live later on. But this is the After Hours Crew podcast. My name's Chandler, and Luis, you want to say your name?
I.
Okay, that's
Uh,
the.
damn. Yeah, I'm Luis, and welcome to the first go around of this. We will get better.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, in the future, this is our first go around at this. In the future, we'll have uh probably a larger
more
cast.
people.
Yeah, we'll have more next time around. But we're just trying to get this off the ground for this first one. And today we're planning on just going over the round one mock draft for all 32 teams, and we'll consider, the obvious trade up, trade downs, what were the free agent moves of every team. But I guess more in the future, we'll, as the season goes along, we'll probably do a lot more of picking up the matchups, perhaps a little gambling odds, and hey,
Help that gambling
this is
addiction.
not we didn't select for kids on this one. Okay, you got to be an adult. Yeah, I mean there'll be disclaimers. I'm not worried, but
I'd say the best way to sum up this podcast is it's going to be a lot of just a small group of friends just having some fun talking sports.
yeah, and and that's all the plans are for right now. But we plan on doing a lot more in the future, especially during the actual NFL season. So,
But we could have some fun during the summer.
yeah, I mean we'll have fun for now. I mean it's a lot of speculation on how teams will look.
Dude, we could report on the UFL week 3.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to find a different podcast for that one.
I was hoping we'd sit here and talk about the indoor football league. I watched every single game this weekend.
Yeah, all right. All right. So, we ready to start off? So, here we have, I'm just on you can see my screen here, NFL mock draft simulator. I opted to not do Pro Football Focus's mock draft because one, I have to pay money for that, and I'm not willing to do that right now. And the
I
draft
don't have the funds for that, big man.
Yeah, the draft is 10 days away, and chances are we'll probably do another mock draft again before then when we get more people on. I think it's a good move, and just get more insight on it. But for right now, this is a very bare bones.
We're probably just going to talk a lot of shit about teams, and that's about it.
Yeah. So obviously, 2024. We're just doing the first round. We're gonna pick for every team here. We'll talk about each pick. Yeah, I guess let's just get into it then. All right.
We're in a room.
Is it looking good on the?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So here we have the picks. I don't think
You got your favorite.
It's only doing that because it's numerical. I mean, not numerical. It's alphabetical order. But I don't think we need to do anything here. I think we just go straight into it.
Okay.
Okay, we're on the clock.
It's alphabetical?
No, this is the.
Oh.
Now we're on the Bears because.
The Bears suck.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Well, that's not very helpful. They don't really tell you the team needs, but it's okay. Well,
I can pull up who they signed right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to scroll to it.
They really don't show the team needs on here, huh?
So they released a guard, a safety.
I mean, we don't even really need
for Ryan Bates. Wow.
I don't think we need to really talk about this one that much. I think the play here is pretty obvious.
Send Caleb to Chicago. Give him 50%
Send him to Chicago. Okay, we can talk about that really quick though. I think that's all a big show. I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I hope Chicago picks up Caleb Williams after all of his comments about not wanting to end up in Chicago.
He's gonna do it. He has said recently, I mean, I was looking at the combine stuff, he said a lot of things about Chicago and they were all positive because I think he pretty much understands he's going to be drafted there now. But it's not a bad situation. You see their free agent pickups there. I mean, Keenan Allen for a 4th-round pick.
Okay, but we're not considering the major topic.
What?
You have to go to Chicago.
You do have to go to. That's where quarterbacks go to die. As a Bears fan, that's my second favorite team. As a Bears fan, I'm well aware of how bad the Bears can be, but I really do I think they're poised for success. Fields, right? No, the Fields is gone. He's at the Steelers now.
Oh yeah, I forgot him and Wilson are buddy. Okay. Which makes no sense. Caleb Williams makes sense.
It's gonna be
baffles me. It's gonna be Caleb Williams, but it baffles. Well, it's gonna be a quarterback.
No, it's not gonna be, dude. It's not gonna be Jaden Daniels or Drake May. It's not happening. It's gonna be Caleb Williams. He's easily the top quarterback prospect in like a decade, maybe not a decade. The last like 5 years for sure.
See, I don't see Caleb Williams being that good though.
I mean, that's fair, but this is the Bears we're talking about here.
Straight to the fire with
They
him.
chose Mitch Trubisky over Patrick Mahomes, and they're never gonna. This is why they can't miss Caleb Williams here, because they have the chance to finally turn it around potentially. I think Caleb Williams is still good enough to play on Chicago and win them football games. I think the team is set up for him to be successful.
I think he's good enough to win and football game.
All right, we're drafting him. I'm for this conversation. All right. So I think they got rid of Sam. They got rid of Sam Howell. You can look at their roster change. I know they got like Bobby Wagner now, and
they made a lot of moves.
They made a ton of moves. I don't know if they're good. They're all kind of mid, in my opinion. They got Austin Eckler too. They got freaking Mr. Checkdown. Yeah, Mr. Checkdown.
So you'd have to have Marcus Mariota would be their starter quarterback if they don't draft a quarterback.
No, they're draft. Here's the thing, Louise. I think it's going to be quarterbacks 1, 2, and 3.
Who's the third team?
New England.
Oh. They just.
Here's the thing. A lot of people, I think it's a toss-up between Drake May and Jaden Daniels at this pick. But, I mean, a lot of people are choosing Jaden Daniels, even though he's maybe not as good as Drake May.
Drake May feels like a solid pick for New England.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's cool if it works that way. I think you're right. I think Jaden Daniels...
But he fits the New England mold.
Yeah, he does. A white boy pocket passer. Anyways, so I think Jaden Daniels is a good fit for this situation. And being a Cardinals fan, I have to talk about Cliff Kingsbury because he's the offensive coordinator there now. I think Jaden Daniels has some comparable intangibles to Kyler Murray. In fact, in the fact that he's athletic, not very tall. He's a Heisman Trophy winner as well. I really do think Kingsbury's got a nut for these kinds of guys. I think they're going to do it.
The Commanders are a strange team because they always seem like they have solid players dotted across the roster. They just sign amazing players every once in a while. And they just they're hidden in the roster.
Yeah.
And they come out and then they're shit.
Yeah. So,
but then they win a couple games that are just that don't make sense.
They were not very good last year. Sam Howell, man, he was throwing interceptions like nobody's business.
Well, he had multiple weeks of over 300 yards.
Yeah, he was like a glass cannon, in my opinion. But I think Jaden Daniels I think it fits Kingsbury's system better than Drake May does. Drake May is going to be your pocket passer. He's not going to I mean, you can kind of see him as a little bit like Josh Allen, where like if he does make an athletic play, it's because he's just a big white boy, but he's not gonna scramble as well as Jaden Daniels or I guess Josh Allen. He's definitely more of a pocket passer. But I think the play here is Jaden Daniels. What do you think? Because I think it fits the system more that they're building there.
Drake May rushed his last game for a lot of yards.
Really?
Yeah.
I still think Jaden.
Granted, it doesn't look that doesn't like it's look like it's normal.
Yeah.
He can get on his feet and get like.
I think we're picking Jaden here and moving on. We're already like 11 minutes in. We got like one pick done.
Still throwing a timer on. An actual timer.
Yep.
Yeah, give it a go.
All right. Also, I see that there's a chat, but I can't read it. If you want
to
keep track of
y'all need cameras and mics. No, we don't.
Nah, I got a mic, but
I think we sound okay for what we're using right now.
Who said that?
This guy, he's Brandon.
Okay. Okay, so Patriots now on the clock.
I mean,
there's only one option here, I think. There was a lot of talk about getting Marvin Harrison Jr., but I really do think that a rebuild starts.
Jacoby Brissett went to New England, so
a rebuild starts with a quarterback. Drake May is a good consolation prize for the Patriots.
They picked up two pretty decent wide receivers.
Who'd they pick up?
KJ Osborne and
I thought KJ Osborne. Kendrick Bourne, they just re-signed. I don't know. KJ Osborne, I think.
Oh yeah, re-signed. Sorry.
KJ Osborne was on the Vikings, I think. KJ Osborne's okay. Kendrick Bourne is definitely their better receiver out of the two of them, though.
They re-signed Hunter Henry.
Okay, that's a ham sandwich, but
he wasn't bad.
He's a top 20 tight end.
That's the equivalent of saying he's a top 32 tight end.
Yeah.
He does indeed play in the NFL.
He does.
Can confirm.
Okay, I mean, this one doesn't involve a lot of discussion here. I don't think we need to take a close look at the Patriots. The Patriots are awful. I mean, you could consider them for a trade down candidate, but if they want to sell tickets to football games, they need a quarterback. I mean, if they trade down, they're going to get Michael Penix.
Who's their head coach this year?
Gerard Mayo. Get ready to learn mayonnaise.
Unless they have a ton of faith in.
Here's the thing I guess we should talk about really quick between these next three picks. So pick 3, 4, and 5. I think those are all on the trading down chopping block.
I think you guys pick up like a lineman or something.
No. Dude, okay, so here's how it goes, right? I mean, the Vikings, they came and took the Texans pick. So now the Vikings have pick 11 and 23, and I mean, everyone believes that they're obviously trying to get up for a quarterback. But I think Patriots...
Because there was talk of us trying to trade up too.
We'll talk about that in a sec. Because I think pick 4 is where it starts getting crazy. I think pick 4 and pick 5 are the most interesting in this draft. I think the Chargers keep their pick.
No,
I've heard that they want to trade down. They need a lineman really bad, and if they trade down with the Vikings, they're still in position to get either the best lineman or second best lineman in the draft. So I think Chargers are willing to do it. The reason that it's not happening is because the Vikings don't want to make that trade and then somebody else trade with the Cardinals and then they lose out on a quarterback just because the Cardinals traded out of that pick also. So I believe it's going to be, we're only 10 days out from the draft.
It's going to be like the first poll, basically.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is it's not going to happen before the draft. It's getting too late now. I think it's going to happen on draft day, and I'll get into the Cardinals pick in a sec, but I think one of these teams is going to bite on the trade from Minnesota or Broncos. We'll see in a sec here, but anyways,
dude, we'll trade you a whole ham sandwich for that pick.
Oh, you're not going to like what I have to say about the trade that I've heard for the Broncos. But anyways, I think New England takes Drake May. He's their perfect system quarterback, pocket passer. He'll scramble.
He can use his legs.
I guess he can use. He's a strong boy. I think he's pretty comparable to Josh Allen in my opinion. I don't think he can rush as well, but maybe scrambling he's pretty much just as good. Like
my last comment about the Patriots would be, I think to a certain extent they might play it a little different to distance themselves on how Belichick did it.
Yeah, they're not gonna want to do it the Belichick way, and the Belichick way is finding shit ass players in the fourth round. Oh, you were a bagger at Walmart? Oh my goodness, you need to come join my team.
Crazy, come to New England, sign a contract.
Come to Boston, or Foxborough, but I think if everyone wants to keep their jobs in New England, I think Drake May is the play here. He's not going to get anyone fired, I don't think.
Send it.
All right, we're doing it. All right, hello. What is this pick here? This is insane.
It's all you, dog.
So believe it or not, I'm a Cardinals fan. Isn't that crazy? That's nuts.
What an existence.
Yeah, it's a pretty painful existence, but
are you at least wearing your new McBride jersey?
No, I'm not right now. I wish I could see the other, what are the next picks after pick 9, but basically right now Minnesota has pick 11 and 23. If I remember correctly, the Broncos have pick 12. They have the pick right after the Vikings. Am I correct, Mr. Broncos?
I know we are just after.
It's pick 12, I think. Because right now I see 3 trade candidates with picks 4 and 5. Actually, I see 3 with Arizona and 2 with the Chargers.
Yeah, we're sitting at 12.
Actually, maybe 1 with the Chargers. I think the only ones that can really trade with the Chargers are the Vikings. But, so for Arizona, right? The politics behind this. I said that it's probably going to happen.
They hate hockey.
Day of. Yeah, they hate hockey. Yeah, rest in peace, Coyotes. Anyways.
Absolute pain.
That's pain.
My existence is shattered.
So back to the Vikings, right? The Vikings pick 11 and 23. Their play is they're going to try to get up for J.J. McCarthy at one of these 2 picks. The thought process there is they have to do picks 4 or 5 because the Giants will probably select J.J. McCarthy if he's still there. It might not happen, but it's probably going to happen because Giants' quarterback room is abysmal.
But it's a bunch of Italians.
Yeah, I love me a good Italian, but a
bunch of Italians that can't win more than 3 games.
Cannot win games, yeah. Okay, so Giants are threatening, so the Vikings have to move up to pick 4 or 5, and so do the Broncos if they want a chance at J.J. McCarthy. I don't think the Broncos can trade with the Chargers. I don't think they have what it takes to trade with the Chargers because I think the Chargers are less desperate, at least on a defensive front. Because the value of getting up to 4 and 5, I think is at least 3 first-round picks or 2 first-round picks and a star player. If you're picking up my phone.
I think I see where you're going.
Yeah.
I don't see a full star. I mean, I feel like it's going to be a full star player in a later draft pick.
No.
Or a future set of draft picks.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean by multiple first rounders. Is that you'll probably have to give up a first rounder next year too.
Oh yeah, no, I could see that. I don't know if that would go with a full star player though.
We're looking at pure desperation here. These are teams that both desperately need a quarterback. Giants can maybe float by without getting a quarterback for one more year. But
they're going to be mediocre, but yes.
Yeah, but Broncos and Vikings for sure need a quarterback in this draft.
Seeing that we're already basically eliminated from the playoffs.
Here's what I think, right? I think if the Broncos offered the Cardinals pick 12, next year's first, and Patrick Surtain,
you guys would probably take it.
I would take that. Honestly, I'd be willing to give up on Marvin Harrison Jr. for a chance at, that's an all-pro caliber cornerback. That's a need that the Cardinals desperately need. I mean, they can address it in this draft too with maybe pick 27, but it's going to be kind of slim pickings, honestly.
You're not wrong.
And the other one with the Vikings would be pick 23, pick 11, and next year's first. So that's 3 first rounders. Honestly, as a Cardinals fan perspective, I like the Broncos trade way more than the proposed Vikings trade. Just because those picks, those late first round picks, the 11th and 23rd, like you're already scraping a little bit for what my team specifically needs, and you're not getting a surefire player like that is going to be great as opposed to like Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain is easily one of the best corners in the league.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah, he's like top 5 for sure. Like
I'd
maybe even top 3. Like
I'd argue top 3.
Yeah, I mean top three's a good argument. I think he's in there.
I see. Unfortunately, I see the Broncos organization as a Broncos fan. I see them desperate enough to clean house and try to trade up for a McCarthy or a Penix or.
I don't think they need to trade up for Penix. I think they're going to trade up for McCarthy though.
McCarthy didn't look good in the national championship game, though.
No, I mean, he was never really utilized very well in Michigan. Michigan just had a great defense.
Oh, yeah, well, it's Michigan. You're going to be good.
But he never really had to make, like, the craziest plays on the planet,
Which, that's what scares me, is that we never really got to see that.
Yeah. So.
Especially in a game like that, but.
I like the Broncos' desperation move more than the Vikings. And I think the Giants are probably going to not move up because they only have to move up 2 spots. And they'll probably just select a different skill position and work with Danny Dimes for one more year. But honestly, from the way trade talks are going right now, I honestly think the Cardinals are probably going to stick and pick. Because I don't think the Broncos are gonna pull the trigger as desperate as they are. I think they can maybe get a little better with the Chargers. if they do try. Well, they'll probably just stay. I don't think they're gonna do it. They're trying to build up a team. I don't think they're gonna get rid of their best player. As much of a pipe dream it is, like
I did just realize Sam Darnold is a quarterback on the Vikings.
Yeah, he's their starter. That's why I'm saying they need a quarterback bad, which is why, in my honest opinion, I think Cardinals are going to take Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Chargers are going to be the ones that trade back and then get an easy offensive lineman. Their offensive line is abysmal. Even if they take Marvin Harrison Jr. or Malik Neighbors, Justin Herbert is going to get screwed if he doesn't have an offensive line. Like,
that man has been sent to die in Los Angeles.
Yeah, the Chargers being here at pick 5 is disgraceful, honestly. Like, they have, on paper, they have a much better team than some of these bottom feeders right here, including the Cardinals.
Well, their passing stats all season were just solid. And then just you have a defense that can't, I mean, is basically the equivalent of a mesh net.
Well, they have to have a healthy Derwin James, I think, right? Like, and Asante Samuel Jr.
The games I watched, it was just their defense sucked. Because I think the joke was because their head coach was like an old defensive coordinator or something.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be really good, and then their defense sucked.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think though? Do you think that's what's going to happen too? I really believe that the Cardinals are going to take Marvin Harrison Jr. It's like it can easily elevate Kyler Murray's game. If they take Marvin Harrison Jr., I mean, honestly, they might be a wild card. They were that offense was top 10 when Kyler Murray came back, like for all stats.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a receiver.
Yeah. The receiver is easy play here. They don't have Hollywood Brown anymore. He was barely a wide receiver one, but I like the stick and pick. I'm a little selfish, I think, but I also believe this is what's going to happen. I think they'd rather trade with the Chargers. So let's do this. Let's do a trade here.
He's out. What?
Chargers. No, that's Carolina. LAC. Pick 5 to. We want. Let's do Minnesota. Pick 11, pick 23, for pick 5. See, how is that giving up too much? I feel like that's BS. That's not giving up too much. It's a quarterback tax, man. Though. What?
You have Sam Darnold. Oh, I forgot they have Aaron Jones too. So you have a rushing attack offense. You just need a quarterback who can hand off the ball and just get the ball out.
Which is I guess McCarthy. McCarthy does that shit.
You could do that with Sam Darnold this year and sit and wait for potentially a better option or a trade to pop up at that point.
That's really unfortunate. They're not allowing me to.
I think now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, it makes sense that Minnesota would want a young quarterback to sit and learn, but I think Sam Darnold would play most of this season because, like I said, they just need to hand off to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is going to murder any defense in front of him, and just get a quarterback who can at least toss the ball up and just get it out.
Yeah. Oops.
So I don't see them as desperate for. I could see the sort of desperation for a new quarterback, but also I could definitely see them sitting back and being like, well, we can sit and wait for a better option.
We're just gonna pretend like they're not swapping picks here, and that Minnesota is for sure trading up, and I think Los Angeles is going to be the ones to bite. I think this is the play here. We're going to pretend that these don't exist. I think it's going to be 3 first rounders for pick 5. or at minimum, it'll be the 2 first rounders in a round 2 next year. Hello?
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's the top of the 9th right now. It's tied.
Oh. Okay.
Arizona just gave up a run, so I'm
Okay,
not
so
happy.
now they have pick 5. Do we need to discuss this anymore? I mean,
give him a quarterback.
Gotta give him McCarthy here.
Give this man his shield.
Okay, and so now New York Giants easily get. I mean, they could get Joe Alt. I think they get Malik Neighbors though. Next best. They're gonna chance their O line. Can you name Can you name a single wide receiver on the Giants right now?
I can barely name the quarterbacks.
I think Malik Neighbors. The quarterback play might not be good. It might be decent enough to have Malik Neighbors. Man, like Joe Alt would be great for this team, but I just don't think they're gonna take Joe Alt. Joe Alt is the smart play. They have an abysmal front line.
I agree. Just
who do they
receiver.
Wait, can you pull up the who they added? They added Brian Burns from what I remember, but we're not looking at defense here.
Oh shit. I think they're going to go receiver.
Did they get lineman?
No, they got Drew Lock.
Oh. Well, yeah, they might be able to hold off on quarterback. That's why I was thinking they're probably not going to trade up.
Oh, but I'm thinking there might be a suspicion they can build around Lock.
Yeah. But they didn't sign any linemen, did they? So they got Andrew Thomas. Evan Neal is just awful. That guy.
They signed an offensive tackle.
Okay, all right. Well, who was it?
And a guard.
Who's the tackle? Is it a name brand player?
John Runyon.
Nope. I've never heard of that.
Their tackle is Jermaine. Oh, I'm not even going to try to say that last name.
Okay, well, I still think they're going to take Neighbors here.
They have Devin Singletary. So yeah, receiver.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Would be receiver.
Devin Singletary is going to do numbers for the Giants.
Pick a receiver.
Okay. Titans.
Bro, do you
have something pulled up on what each team needs? It's kind of, I don't know a whole lot about the Titans, honestly, and what their team actually needs. It feels like their offense kind of sucks ass, in my opinion.
They signed a lot of dudes. Oh.
What do they need, though?
Outside of maybe a quarterback.
Nah, they got Will Levis. They're going to try.
Lineman. They're going to go lineman.
You think? So is Joe
Tony Pollard is their running back.
Okay. Is Joe Alt the play here, then?
They signed a guard.
I think their wide receiver room is okay enough to not pick Odunze here.
That's why I say it's either going to be defense or line. I think line, if you add Tony Pollard, you want to build a good running offense. But also their defense wasn't that spectacular either.
Does it show you what their team needs on that too? Or are you just looking at straight up? Just look up something really quick on team needs. I feel pretty confident on these first couple ones, but Titans are like kind of a wild card for me. I mean, they could go Brock Bowers here too. Honestly, who's their tight end?
It's not offensive tackle, cornerback, wide receiver, edge runner. It says running back. No, I don't know when this is updated then.
So they need edge, offensive lineman, and cornerback.
What's the next best offensive? Joe Alt.
There's Joe Alt, but there's also Dallas Turner here.
I think they go Alt.
I think Joe Alt might be the best offensive lineman in like the last 5 years, honestly. Besides Tristan Wirfs, but
this has got to be old.
I guess we're doing Alt here.
Just looking at everything they have, and especially with the running backs they're going to have.
Yeah. Alt is the move?
Yes.
Okay. Atlanta.
Le Falcons. Edge, cornerback, wide receiver, DT, or safety.
I don't think they need wide receiver at all. I think they're going to take Dallas Turner. They have what's his name? They have Rondale Moore. They have Darnell Mooney. They still have Drake London. I think they have a pretty solid wide receiver core. I think they're going to skip out on
anything to help defense. Yeah, really.
I think they're going to take Dallas Turner then. I think their corner has their cornerbacks. No, I think it's probably going to be Dallas Turner.
Mark Phillips III and A.J. Terrell are their cornerbacks.
Oh, A.J. Terrell is great. I think they're taking Dallas Turner. I'm a huge fan of A.J. Terrell. Yeah, I'm taking Turner here. Hello, Bears. Did you know that the Bears only have 4 picks in this draft, and they have 2 top 10s?
Or wide receiver or anything on the offense or defensive line.
Offense or defensive line? I think they can probably I think they're probably going to get Odunze here. So they got Keenan Allen, DJ Moore.
If you add a quarterback, it would only make sense you add in a solid wide receiver to just throw in there and train with them too.
They have a great wide receiver room now. They have DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. Do they waste a pick here on Odunze? Because Odunze would be like wide receiver 3.
Yeah, they need a quality wide receiver 3, basically, is what.
That's just like, I feel like that's not Rome, you know? Rome Odunze.
Oh, but their edge rusher is they're Montez Sweat. So someone to offset him.
Montez Sweat is fantastic.
So it would be another edge, or look for an edge rusher.
There's Jared Verse.
I think it'd be a toss-up between a wide receiver 3 or a second edge rusher. Or if you want to just add in someone to guard you could do a center.
They definitely don't need they're definitely not taking a center. But they're definitely not taking a cornerback here. They have a great cornerback room. I feel like they're just going to take Odunze just because he fell this far. I think it's a dumb move because you already have so much talent at wide receiver. It would give them a
wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
So you'd have 3 solid options no matter
that'd be
what's going on.
Honestly, if they get Odunze here, I think Bears probably they might have the best wide receiver core in the league. What wide receiver 1, 2, and 3? That's a crazy wide receiver room if they pick Odunze here.
Well, it means no matter what, if you've got Caleb Williams in there or some backup or something bizarre happens, they're gonna have someone to throw to. There's no excuse.
The Bears are going to be an exciting team. I'm definitely going to watch them. I mean, I think Odunze is the play. I disagree with it. I just think it's going to happen because Odunze is still there. And he's wide receiver 1 on some other draft boards. So.
Okay. The Jets.
Brock Bowers. It's a pretty good one.
Roger Keane.
Yeah, I mean, their defense is still a top 10 defense, top 5 maybe. It really makes zero sense to not go Brock Bowers here.
You're either their needs are wide receiver.
They have CJ
Ozuma
and Tyler Conklin. Those, you know how I said Hunter Henry was a top 20 wide receiver? These are not top 20 wide receiver, top 20 tight end. These are top 32 tight ends here.
They are also in need of a tight end too, so it would make sense.
Yeah, I think
it would give Rodgers another person to throw down to. So
this is as high of a tight end as I remember. Like Kyle Pitts was like a top 15 pick, I think. But I think this is the play. And now we're up to
the Chargers.
The Chargers' first pick. So this is the Minnesota trade swap. I think they're going Olu Fashanu here.
Cornerback is their second need right now, so that would make sense.
Cornerback?
Wide receiver, cornerback, or anything on the lines.
I think they're going to skip a cornerback here and go for offensive tackle. If they solve their offensive line problems, I think Herbert has a more successful career.
Herbert is an amazing quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
His team is just inept.
They just don't build around him, and I think taking a cornerback,
which makes no sense.
Taking a cornerback here is smart, but it's not. I don't think it's as smart as taking an offensive tackle.
Because I think Herbert on probably 20 other teams would be a playoff contending quarterback.
For sure. I mean, he's definitely got the skills to do it. He just doesn't have a team built around him.
Because every Charger game I watch, Herbert's solid.
Yeah.
And
but the rest of the team crumbles around him.
Yes.
And then, you want to prevent injuries. Like, you want to keep a quarterback like that healthy. Fashanu.
Yeah.
Fashanu is OT1 on a lot of boards as well.
Oh, pain.
All right. Do you want to take the floor on this one?
So hear me out. We need a quarterback.
Are you actually gonna go quarterback here?
How far down is Penix?
Let's see where he's ranked. 31. I mean, it's not the worst.
They keep talking about Bo Nix as our other choice.
I would take Bo Nix over Penix.
I don't know. I like Penix. I think
Penix is just worrying because he's just injured all the time.
I know, but he was solid last season, and
he did lead the Huskies.
He destroyed us at the Apple Cup, so I will say that.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't destroy us. It came down to the line. It was a BS penalty at the end that ended it, but nonetheless, because Bo Nix was solid, but that Oregon team was also just really good.
I want to just look at the players on the board still. I think it probably makes more sense for you to draft a quarterback here, though. You're probably right.
Because there's no other... I mean, obviously we have a lot of places that need to be filled, but we have gone since 2016 without a actual quarterback. And not some dude they threw back there to pray to God they would fill that hole. And we got rid of Jerry Jeudy, but we still have Cortland Sutton. Sutton's consistent. Sutton will be
You'll get some other players for your other picks. Like there's plenty of players past the first round. I just don't know how long I mean, honestly, if I had to tell you right now, Luis, I think pick 12. Pick 12 and pick 13 are both quarterbacks here.
No, I don't think Las Vegas picks quarterback.
You're joking. You think they're going to start
Yes,
Minshew?
I think they start Minshew. Minshew was starting to get on a roll with Indianapolis last season.
Yeah, they almost made the playoffs. Like they were like one touchdown away from the playoffs, I
You
guess.
get I love Minshew because you give him a shot and he's usually pretty consistent. He's not
Yeah.
spectacular. He's not an elite quarterback, but
What?
he will keep your team alive.
Whatever. You were just like Wazoo that much.
But you have to agree, Minshew is
I don't
out of all
actually.
the backup quarterbacks, he's been pretty solid.
I don't hate Minshew. I think
Out
he's
of the quote unquote backups, I think he's a starter quarterback.
I think he's a fringe starter at least, and he's for sure one of the best. He might be even the best backup quarterback in the league.
I'd say he's a starter. So that's where I don't foresee Las Vegas trying to. New Orleans, on the other hand, I get.
You think they're gonna move off Derek Carr? No, I think they're gonna pick a different need.
I could see them maybe, if they were desperate, get another quarterback and train under Carr for a year kind of thing.
I think they'll take they'll take a late round quarterback. I don't think they'll take a quarterback in the first round. I think they'll
give me Bo Nix.
You'd rather have Bo Nix than Michael Penix.
Penix injuries scare me.
Uh-huh.
And Bo Nix is his 7 years in college or whatever.
Yeah.
It's good. It's enough experience that it doesn't scare me too much.
Okay.
He's being thrown into the fire, but
he is. Let's go back to the overall here. You think this is where the first cornerback goes off the board? What do the Raiders need? They made a lot of offseason moves too. They got like Christian Wilkins. Their defense is actually pretty scary, and if they add a cornerback, it might be pretty good.
It has QB as their first thing.
QB.
I disagree. I very much.
That's what
disagree.
I was saying. I think it's going to be back-to-back QBs. I personally believe that they'll take Penix. They'll take whatever quarterback Denver doesn't take.
Offensive tackle, running back, QB.
I think this is the play here. Then I think it's Michael Penix. If that's, I mean, because then you got Fuaga here. Talise Fuaga.
Because if you keep Minshew upright,
I think quarterback's the play here.
I still have faith in Minshew so much more than any first round pick.
I think they're gonna develop Penix though. I think they're probably not gonna keep Minshew long term. Minshew's not gonna start for very long, I don't think.
Unless he has a breakout season.
Well, that's why they're at liberty to draft Penix here, actually, and not have to worry about Penix being like giving production day one, because they already have, Gardner Minshew. They already have him to basically start week one, and then have Penix shadow him. You know what?
I'd say OT. I think offensive tackle.
With quarterback as their biggest need, though.
Again, I get training Penix under Minshew.
Mm-hmm.
But I could also see the world of like keep Minshew upright and put kind of he's shown he can.
I mean, we can
take
Fuaga. I think they're gonna take a quarterback in this draft.
I think whatever quarterback goes next is going to be trained under someone.
Yeah, and
I agree with that.
All right, let's take Fuaga.
I think he might go to I think Penix would go to New Orleans, and if they could sit him under Carr.
I don't think they're going to take him first round here. I don't think the Saints are going to take a quarterback first round.
The Saints need.
I think they're going to take a late round QB. Joe Milton.
Offensive tackle, guard, DT, edge, or QB.
Okay, well, I mean, here's Jared Verse right here. We still have our cornerbacks on the board. Holy shit. Is it Jared Verse then?
No, they don't.
What did you? I thought you said they needed edge.
DT or edge, or anyone on the O line.
Well, we got rid of basically everyone on the O line. You got Troy Foster.
Yeah, give him that edge.
Jared Verse. Jared Verse is a great player also. Indianapolis. This is probably where our first cornerback goes, huh? What do they need?
I think cornerback, but I am checking. Wide receiver, cornerback, safety. So yeah, cornerback.
I think they're gonna take Terrion Arnold here then. Send him to Indianapolis.
Their offense was already solid, so
yeah, their offense is okay.
On that side of the ball that they need anything.
They got Anthony Richardson back. They still have Jonathan Taylor. They do need another wide receiver, but I think they'll probably just take a wide receiver with their next pick. Pittman's okay. Yeah, I think Arnold.
Pittman's consistent.
Yeah. Okay.
Making bets
man, do I hate picking for Seattle.
Seattle.
I like Seattle. Yeah, whatever, man. Seattle.
Middle O-line or...
Middle O-line?
Middle O-line or defensive line.
Edge. No, I mean, inner... You said inner defensive line?
Yeah, so centers or guards.
No, did you say inner defensive line or inner offensive line? Do you mean or
inner
both?
Offensive line?
Okay, inner offensive line.
They just need an edge or a DT.
It might be Byron Murphy here then. He might be the best available.
That makes sense.
That sucked for me. I don't want to see Byron Murphy go there. Who's their defensive line right now? Yeah, Leonard Williams is pretty good. I think he's a pretty good defensive tackle. Man, actually, they don't have a whole lot of needs they need to fill, honestly.
They've got weird needs. So I could see center and guard. But there's no one. There's no one up there that.
Yeah, the first center is probably going to be this Jackson Powers Johnson.
That's a name.
Yeah, or Graham Barton. Graham Barton's a guard.
Is there a linebacker in there?
No, linebackers aren't going till the second round. I mean, the first linebacker is all the way at 40.
Damn.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to wait on that. Do they need edge rusher?
Yeah. Edge or cornerback.
Or cornerback?
Yeah.
They don't need another cornerback. They have Devon Witherspoon. Tariq Woolen? I highly doubt they're going to take a cornerback. It's also, I mean, the recommendations also say otherwise, but it might be locked too. Should we just take an edge here just for simplicity?
Give an edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many edge. I'm edging right now. I've got all the edges off the board.
You're so edged. Jacksonville.
Quinyon Mitchell. Just the next best available player. They don't have any cornerbacks.
No cornerbacks. A wide receiver, a DT, O-line.
They have Christian Kirk still. They have Christian Kirk and Gabe Davis.
Their offensive, oh, wow, there's no one really offensive line-wise up there.
I mean, they could take Troy Fontenot. It's not recommended, though. Maybe they take Quinyon.
That makes sense.
We do it. I don't think they have any cornerbacks. I can't name you a single cornerback they have.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, that's their edge rusher though.
I know. I just saw that in the article. I totally forgot that Josh Allen sacked Josh Allen last season.
Yep. Cincinnati offensive. Whenever I think Cincinnati, I think they always need help on the offensive line.
I mean, after
they definitely
no Burrow for a season.
Why are they saying wide receivers suggested? They have like arguably the best wide receiver 1, 2, and 3.
Offensive tackle, defensive tackle, or wide receiver.
I think
or guard.
Or guard. I think they go offensive tackle here. Take the third best offensive tackle.
After going a season without Burrow, yes.
They're gonna try to protect him as best they can. So we go, I think, offensive tackle here.
The Rams.
I mean, they need a defensive lineman now. They got rid of, Aaron Donald
retired.
It's not far-fetched.
Yep, DT is in there.
What about cornerback?
Yeah, they need a quarterback. A cornerback 1, specifically.
They don't have a cornerback 1 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Edge or cornerback would be... I think that Byron Murphy might not be a bad choice, to be honest.
I mean, they could definitely use him. Cooper DeJean, though, the first white cornerback ever.
Gonna go tear it up in LA.
Yeah, he's gonna go tear it up in.
It'd be one of those two.
Between these two.
Mm-hmm.
You said cornerback 1, though. They don't have a cornerback 1 right now.
Yeah.
Man. Cooper.
But they also don't have an edge presence.
They don't have an edge?
They're
not going to take an edge here. They're probably going to wait on edge.
Well, and I could see with Aaron Donald be retiring, just they would want to fill that spot as soon as possible.
Yeah.
That's why I say Byron Murphy.
Yeah, I mean, that's a flashy player. People are going to really like Byron Murphy there.
He's the quick, hey, we know Aaron Donald's gone.
I'd love to have him. If Byron Murphy falls at 27 somehow, I hope the Cardinals run that card to the podium. Pittsburgh. I think they take Brian Thomas here. They have
offensive tackle, center, cornerback.
They have George Pickens, and that's it at wide receiver. They got rid of Dante Jackson.
If you're gonna sign, I was gonna say I agree. If you're gonna sign Russell Wilson and Fields, you've got to take a receiver with.
They just have all they have is Pickens. This is your easy wide receiver 2 right here. They have running back potential. Their offensive line is okay. Their defense is great. I think this is the play. Just draft Brian Thomas.
It's an easy one. Yeah.
Okay.
Miami
lost an offensive tackle and an offensive guard in this offseason, I think. Robert Hunt, I think, was their guard. Is that what it says? What does it say for their team needs?
Yep. Guard and offensive tackle.
J.C. Latham.
Or
what else?
DT, wide receiver, edge, or cornerback.
Could take Nate Wiggins here, too. They got rid of Xavier Howard. But maybe they wait on that and take another offensive tackle.
I think offensive tackle makes a lot of sense.
Keep Tua healthy.
Keep Tua alive, and then just... Because, they were a good team.
Philly can take any cornerback they want right now. Is Philly a cornerback team? Do they need one?
Yes, they do.
I
Uh,
I don't like Cooper DeJean as much as Nate Wiggins.
the most demanding need for the Eagles is at cornerback.
I think they take either Wiggins or DeJean here. I personally think Wiggins is. I think they'll probably take Wiggins over DeJean.
I don't know.
I mean, I'll just. How do I put this in a very nice way? What do I say about
Cooper? Look like your average
Cooper DeJean? Cooper DeJean is a good player. I just think Nate Wiggins is a better player. I think DeJean will be a team captain for the all white bowl that they're planning on doing someday. Just because he's
I'll let you pick.
He's probably the first isn't he? He's probably the first white cornerback in 20 years at least.
I don't know.
I don't want to keep bringing up his skin color, but it's just kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever seen. Have you ever seen a white cornerback before? I've never seen it. But he's good. He's good at ball. I think Nate Wiggins is better though.
Give it to him.
Okay. Okay, here's the second Chargers pick. Look, they have a cornerback ready to go. Right? Wasn't that one of their team needs was cornerback?
Yes, it was.
DeJean, they already got their offensive tackle. They can take DeJean. They could take a wide receiver as well. They don't have a good
unless I would say wide receiver or
maybe they
cornerback.
Maybe they take a Donnie Mitchell here actually. They don't have anybody at wide receiver right now. They have Quentin Nelson. Quentin Nelson is awful. Honestly, actually, maybe wide receivers the play here, Luis.
Go wide receiver.
Yeah. Just keep supporting your quarterback. It's a good way to go.
Pray that the Chargers actually do a smart move.
They lost Tyron Smith. This provides good offensive line help. This is just the suggestion. Is that what the Cowboys need? They probably do need an offensive tackle.
CeeDee Lamb, didn't show up to whatchamacallit?
CeeDee Lamb's going to be there. He's going to be on the team.
I don't know.
What's their needs? I think offensive tackle is one of their needs, though.
I will say Dallas Cowboy fans are a different breed.
They're a little spoiled. Just a little bit. Okay, maybe a lot.
I also learned that Jerry World was in a very sketchy part of Dallas.
What?
The AT&T Stadium. It's in a very sketchy part of Dallas.
Oh.
They
take Ladd McConkey here.
OT, cornerback, linebacker, running back, DT, wide receiver.
Yeah, they didn't pick up a linebacker. I mean, they didn't pick up a running back after getting rid of Pollard, did they?
Mm-mm.
They'll probably draft one, honestly. There's plenty of running backs to go around in this draft, and they're not going to be in the first round. So, offensive tackle. You did say offensive
OT.
Tackle, right?
If that Georgia one is still on the board, he's good.
Did you say guard either? This might be a good time for a guard as well.
No, center.
Okay, well,
offensive tackle or center.
Center. So do they not have a center right now? Jackson Powers Johnson is your center if they don't have one.
Yeah, they're center left.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, maybe it's Jackson Powers Johnson here then.
Centers are
Jackson
give him
Powers
the center.
Jackson Powers Johnson is your center in this draft.
It's gonna end up being an offensive line.
Okay. We'll give him Jackson. Oh, oh no.
Green.
Why is it not letting me choose?
You took too long.
No! I'm gonna wait. Oh no.
You done fucked up.
This is a great first podcast. Oh my god.
Hey, the only bad thing about watching games back in Arizona is how late they go because they're on West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Because the game is still going and it is almost 11. Granted, it's extra innings, but for the audience too, you're an Arizona Cardinals fan. I am everything but an Arizona Cardinals fan.
Yeah.
I don't watch basketball though. Not for any really good reason outside of just I don't find basketball that interesting.
This is really unfortunate.
I know we're sitting here spinning to death.
What's going on here?
Given the audience my life history. Started when I was a child. My mom was not there when I was born.
Yeah. Both my parents were not there. Dr. Doofenshmirtz asked, "Hey, that's a good segue to our name, at least."
The after.
After.
If you made it to this point, the after. The story behind that is the people that are going to be in this podcast, outside of maybe one, we all played football together in high school, and very late nights that sucked. When we were doing conditioning or like waiting for the kickers to get done, we'd be sitting in the end zone or sitting on the line looking at each other while it's pitch black out, like 8 o'clock. All of us still have fucking homework and school the next morning at like 7:30. And one of us would look at each other in this group and just go after hours.
Yeah. From that iconic scene from Phineas and Ferb.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. After hours.
Damn, I'm taking a nosedive right now.
Brother.
Exit page.
Let me out.
My computer is shitting itself.
The stream is still going, so it's just people are watching you. Can you reload?
Yeah. It's okay. You know what? We can quickly do what we already did, right? We'll just get back to it. Let's just recall this is a good recall of what we've done already, right? Look at the nice pretty ads, everyone.
Dude, Royal Croco.
Okay, we're taking Williams. Then it's gonna go Jay
Great Chicago.
And it's Drake May. Cardinals stay and take Marvin. This pick gets traded away. Chargers.
Oh shit, Corbin Carroll's up. Give him the house.
I'm just gonna pretend like they're getting 3 first for this. Okay, Vikings, they're gonna get JJ McCarthy. Giants are gonna get, who did we get the Giants at? Was it Malik Neighbors? I think it was.
I think we got him a receiver.
Yeah, I think it was Neighbors.
Basically, give everyone just start tapping until you get to like pick number 20.
And then did Tennessee get Joe Alt? Or was that no, that was Joe Alt. Joe Alt. Then Dallas Turner went to the Falcons. Then
The best part is I could go back in the stream right now and look.
It's okay. We're gonna basically get it. This one's Brock Bowers. Chargers got Fuaga. Denver got Bo Nix.
Eliminated from playoffs. 2024 contention.
Who did we give to Las Vegas?
We give him you want to give him a Penix.
That's right, I forgot. But we didn't. We gave him a lineman, I think. Right or no?
Because you listened to me.
Yeah, I did listen to you, and I think it was a lineman.
No, I think we did give Penix to him.
We did?
Yeah, it was either them or New Orleans.
No, we didn't give.
We gave a lineman to one of them, and then we gave it Penix to the other.
New Orleans did not get a quarterback. I was highly against a quarterback there. I think we gave Jared Verse to New Orleans is what it was. Are we actually going Penix to Las Vegas? I don't think so. I don't
just
think
give.
Now we're just we're just doing a different mock draft now.
I don't think they pick up a quarterback. I don't. Or at least I don't think they pick up a quarterback first round.
Yeah. Was this like... Are you sure it wasn't offensive tackle? We didn't give them Fashanu here? We probably did give them Fashanu. What did they need? Because I remember what we gave New Orleans. And Indianapolis.
I'm literally just going back in the stream now.
I think we just give them. Don't go to the stream. Just go to the sheet that you had up.
We had Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, and then what?
Yeah, Fuaga or whatever.
Uh-oh. Yep. Did he already go? I think we accidentally...
Yes.
Whoops. All right, well, here's another offensive tackle for you. And then Jared Verse. And then first cornerback goes off the board here. And then...
Arnold. Hey, Arnold.
Who did we give to... I think we gave Latu.
Latu.
Yeah.
Latu and then Mitchell.
Mitchell to Jacksonville, yeah. Cincinnati, we gave a lineman, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then Byron Murphy went to the Rams. Pittsburgh got a wide receiver. Miami gets Latham. Philly got Nate Wiggins. Okay, I think we're pretty much up to speed now. And then we gave...
Yeah, no, we got past... Or does Dallas have 2 first rounds?
No. Now we're at Dallas. And we want to take Jackson Powers Johnson for their center.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're up to speed. What does Green Bay need?
Green Bay needs a linebacker, cornerback, guard, offensive tackle, safety, running back.
Maybe this is where Cooper DeJean goes. Yeah, cornerback. I don't think they need a defensive lineman, honestly. They did get rid of, what's his name? Bakhtiari. He's not on the team anymore. This is maybe where they get a guard then.
I'd say defense, it looks like.
You think cornerback?
Cornerback, or if there's anyone else that's kind of secondary.
I don't think they're going to take a defensive lineman. I think they're
not going to take DT.
No. I think it's Cooper DeJean here, actually. I'm doing it.
Go, Pack, go.
Tampa Bay. What do they need?
The Buccaneers. I assume probably like offensive line or something.
They definitely don't need a defensive lineman. They have Vita Vea.
I'm scrolling. Edge, cornerback, center, guard, wide receiver, running back.
Center, guard.
Ooh.
Take Graham Barton then.
Yeah.
Graham Barton's your next best guard /
anything to protect
center.
Mayfield, you'd be good.
All right, I think Barton. All right.
You're up. What is your words of wisdom?
This pick is very easy for me with the players that are here.
With the 27th pick,
it's Jerzon Newton. I think there's a potential that he's better than Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals very drastically need a defensive lineman. They do need a cornerback as well, but if Jerzon Newton is here, I think they're probably just gonna stick with him over a cornerback. And we need an edge rusher too, but I think our next pick will go to an edge rusher for this class. I'm gonna take Jerzon. Buffalo lost a lot of defensive players. They lost their entire defense. They don't have any wide receivers right now. Actually, I think it's probably going to be a wide receiver. Lad McConkey or Xavier Worthy could be either of these two.
Yeah, they need a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2.
They need wide receivers bad. I think it's going to be one of these two, Lad McConkey or Xavier Worthy.
Give me the Georgia wide receiver.
Lad McConkey.
Lad, get in there.
Just like Cooper DeJean, Lad McConkey is a very special player.
Detroit.
No comment on that one, Luis.
No.
You didn't pick up what I was putting down there.
Diamondbacks just lost.
What?
The Diamondbacks just lost. They just processing 10 different things right now. I got 5 different screens up.
Okay.
I feel like the dude in the chair. I feel like Genki from Spider-Man.
Okay.
Just not as...
Is this where
I can't say that.
Is this where Kool-Aid goes? What do the Lions need? I think they just lost their cornerback.
I just processed why you just said Kool-Aid.
Yeah, because it's his name.
I know.
Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Edge, cornerback, DT, wide receiver, guard, or safety.
I don't think they need wide receiver. I think they're fine. Cornerback. I think their top cornerback just left. I think that was C.J. Gardner-Johnson or something like that. I think he went back to the Eagles.
Good point was brought up here. A DN to free up Aiden Hutchinson for better pass rushing.
I don't think so. I think they can.
That'd be a killer move, though. You have someone on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, but they can probably find a worthwhile player. Not right now. Not at 29.
Cornerback would be your other choice.
I think it's probably Kool-Aid then.
I think it's a toss-up between edge and cornerback. Because I didn't think about that you put someone on the other side, and now both your tackles have to worry about Hutchinson and someone else.
Chop Robinson. But they don't have a cornerback anymore. I don't think they have any cornerbacks. They lost their best cornerback. And they have good enough edge rushing, and they can probably find somebody. They can probably find somebody without this pick. Cornerbacks are going to be harder to come by than edge rushers.
Take the cornerback.
Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Baltimore. Oh yeah. Do they really need an offensive tackle?
Baltimore?
Yeah.
I
thought their offensive line was pretty decent.
Wide receiver, guard, edge. Yeah, offensive tackle, safety, or linebacker.
Wide receiver. They got Zay Flowers. They maybe do need a wide receiver, but who's on the board? Got Xavier.
Is there a tackle up?
There's a couple of tackles they can choose from here.
I'd snag a tackle.
Still got Mims. I mean, just take Mims.
San Francisco.
San Francisco for sure needs an offensive lineman, I think.
Give me a quarterback.
I don't think they need a wide receiver. I think they need a tackle. Tyler Guyton's
offensive tackle, cornerback, DT, guard, or edge.
We're taking this offensive tackle.
We don't want Brock Purdy to die.
Last pick here. Xavier Worthy is a pretty good last pick here for Kansas City. They have Hollywood Brown now, and that's really it.
Offensive tackle, wide receiver,
Rice is going to be playing. Rashee Rice is going to be playing in the prison league next season. So Xavier Worthy.
I'd agree on wide receiver.
Do we want Worthy here though? Worthy is real. He broke the record for the 40-yard dash. But the people that run the fastest doesn't necessarily mean they're that good at being a wide receiver.
Well, it could be kind of you have the stars in your eyes. You think you're another Tyreek Hill.
Could be Troy Franklin. I mean, I don't know if I trust Xavier Worthy that much.
Give me a quarterback.
No.
Not because I need it, but because I hate Mahomes.
So as Seahawks are to me of Kansas City, that's Kansas City to you?
No, the Raiders are number one.
Oh.
If you're a Raiders fan, I hate you. Never met a Raiders fan without a felony.
Without a felony. I think it's either Troy Franklin or Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy's fast. But is that what Mahomes needs? I mean, he's missing,
I think so.
He's missing Tyreek Hill. I mean, Tyreek Hill's pretty
That's why
similar.
That's why I say, you get the idea of like, okay, he's fast as fuck. He's another Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
I give it to him.
The draft is complete. Oh, let's look at the grades here for each team. Just to wrap it up here. Arizona Cardinals.
An A+.
A+ and
2 A's.
A. That's not bad.
You know what 2 A's mean?
That was an awful joke. I think the Jerzon Newton pick is an A+ in my opinion, but it's whatever. Falcons, Dallas Turner, yeah, it makes sense. Ravens, Mims. Yeah.
And it's almost like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, our goal is to not get anything lower than an A on any of these picks.
I was expecting the next one to be like an F or something.
Carolina Panthers. Oh, yeah, they don't have one.
Yep.
Bears. Okay, 2 A+. Pretty good, man. I mean,
this was Williams one.
This is probably the most solid draft for the Bears. Like this scenario right here. If this is actually the Bears draft, I think they might have a chance to win that division. Bengals. Okay, A+. Dude, let's see if we can get a full sweep here. Browns don't have one, that's right. Okay, still got an A. Broncos. No, I knew it. I was like, this one's going to be... Because this was like the only really big overpick that we had.
It's going to be a quarterback. That's the thing, though.
You're going to miss out on a quarterback if you don't take it first round. I don't...
Yeah, that's where I'm like...
the Broncos.
I know we need other areas, but we need... And I hate having that Broncos mindset of just, we need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. But that's... Logically, that's the only thing that makes sense.
We need Bo Nix specifically.
I don't really need... I don't want Bo Nix, but,
Okay. He's your quarterback of the future. Detroit Lions.
Pain.
Okay. All right, Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Cooper DeJean. We're killing it, man. Texans.
They don't need a draft
They
pick. They're
don't
going to
have
win.
one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Tryon Arnold. Quinion. Dude, man, maybe they're just stroking our egos here. Like they gave us an A
clean.
to an A plus on every pick we made. A plus. Okay.
I appreciate the A from Las Vegas after arguing they don't need a quarterback.
Yeah. Byron Murphy, yeah. Dolphins. Okay, A. Vikings. A. I mean, that's an overreach too, in my opinion. That's like a very big overreach, but trading away 3 first-round picks. Drake May, yeah, easy A plus. Can I move down the screen a little bit? It's not gonna let me. This is annoying, but Saints, A, okay.
Hey.
Jets, A plus, yeah, that's easy, no brainer.
It's Aaron Rodgers season.
Yep, Giants. Eagles. Okay, still an A. Steelers, A. 49ers, A plus, Tyler Guyton. Seahawks, A. Seahawks are a weird team to draft for, in my opinion, but Titans, Joe Alt, obviously easy pick there. Commanders, A. So the only one we didn't get an A on was the Broncos pick.
Mine.
Yeah.
Even though it was probably one of the most logical picks.
Yeah. Probably was. So. Okay. Well, I think that's going to wrap up this first streaming session. Like I said.
First episode in the books.
Yeah, first episode in the books. Finally off the ground. We're probably...
Might be like 2 inches off the ground, but
Yeah, it's off the ground. So yeah, next week we'll probably do another mock draft with more people, more insight.
Might add some more stipulations or something, have some more fun with it.
Yeah, I mean we can work on more trades probably. There's definitely a lot of trade potential in those first couple picks. So we'll have more of that, and then I'm hoping, depending on everyone else's availability, I'm hoping to stream on draft night with reactions. That'd be nice. But we'll see. The draft
but this should turn
10
into
days away.
I would say this should turn into a weekly thing.
Yeah.
At least like 2 or 3 of us at a time.
Yeah.
And then maybe the occasional specialty of you get all of us at once.
And a special guest.
All of us speaking into your ears at once.
And then we'll probably have it on a more built out schedule too. To people expect.
We're learning.
Yeah. But anyways, to all those watching retroactively and all that did watch, thanks for joining us, and we'll hope to continue this on in the future.
You sound like Optimus Prime at the end of any Transformers movie. And the humans are annoying. They didn't change my oil.
They didn't change my oil.
They didn't reach into my gas cap long enough. Sam, get over here.
Let's get this over with.
All right. Well, with that, get her. Damn, I don't know how I'm gonna end this. I don't know if I want to add a grab that gem or anything like that.
I say we end all of our streams with the after hours sound clip.
The after hours.
Yeah. Actually, we don't end it with the sound clip. We just have everybody in the call just do their best impression at the same time. We'll save that for next week, though. We'll just call it here for this one, but it's a good idea for next week.
All right.
I'm
gonna go lay in my bed and fight my dog for bed space.
I'm a head out.